Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andy. Guys, today I'm here with my amazing wife, Jacqueline Elliott, and I'm here with Patrick Bet-David, which you guys know. We talk about him all the time. One of the greatest influencers ever made. He's a leader, he's a businessman, family man, team, and you're getting smarter every day. And it seems like you've studied everything and you figure out how to do it better. You don't take bets you can't win.
Bet-David, right?
Yeah, David, yeah.
It's in the name, huh?
Yeah.
And I was a person that ran from a state of madness. I saw you do it, and I'm like, well, if you can do it, then I can do it. And I've just shown everybody what a transformation looks like. But you're the guy that we've studied that has guided our family.
Thank you for being that example to us.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
For real.
I appreciate it. I remember her. She gave me a book one time when we got married, 2 months prior to that. And the book was advice by people who've been married for 50 plus years. The opening advice by husband and wives that have been married for 50 plus years. First quote, marriage is the greatest mistake you'll ever make. Okay. So I'm looking at everybody and there's a story with everybody, right, that I'm thinking about. But then I listened to the message, and the message is, this is 09. Think about what 09 is. 08 happened. Market tanks 38%, right? Rates, AIG is about to go out of business. Every day AIG is the most hated company in the world. Everybody is like panicking. Friends of mine that were making $2.3 million a year, they're at $70,000 going and getting a job. Repoing, foreclosures were on fire. The movie Big Short is made about the season. This was probably the scariest season in the financial industry the last 40, 50 years. And I said, man, that guy didn't believe me. When I sold the vision about what's going to happen, this guy didn't believe it. That guy didn't believe it. That guy was so scared. So we made a list on the flight here, and I said, there's 5 different types of people on your team. When you're up there casting a vision, the first type is a type that listens to you, and they say, you're full of shit. I don't believe you're real, and this is informed. That's 50% that doesn't believe you. The second type is the one that listens to you and says, man, this message feels good, but I don't know if it's for me, right? But it feels good, and they believe you. The third one is the person that says, I believe what he has to say, but I don't believe I'm going to do it. So they don't believe in themselves. The fourth type is, I think you're full of shit. I'm going to work with or without you. That's the fourth type. But the fifth type is the one that says, I believe you, and I'm all in, let's go. And those people, that group of people, they're so hard to find. You can't blame them for not believing. You're selling the vision from the top. Meanwhile, every single news station you're watching, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, every finance show is telling you, end of the world, market crash, this is going to happen, you're going to go back to this, the Great Depression is around the corner, and what about this, and what about, oh my God, let me play safe, this is so scary, and fear. So what am I going to do with that? So then bring it to today, right? Bring it to today. And COVID happens. The market tanks to nearly 16, 17,000 Dow Jones. I'm at Goldman Sachs Wednesday. My guy John says when COVID happened and Dow dropped to 17, 18,000, that was a 50% drop in a span of a week. He says we had multiple clients that their accounts went from a couple $100 million to $100 million overnight. And they were so scared that's going to go from $100 million to $50 million that guess what they did at $100 million? Took 100% of the money out. You know what happened exactly 30 days later? That 100 million went back to 200 million and could have gone to 250, 300, 400. But what happened to them? They got scared in those moments. Well, those are the moments that were tested. Dana White said something when he was flying back from Italy, when he's on the vacation with his wife and kids, and he rented out this yacht. He says, Pat, every year, summer, he's telling me this, you got to rent a big yacht for $1 million for 4 weeks and take your kids out and be on that yacht in Monaco for 4 weeks. He's telling me this. He says, you know when you find that someone's a badass? When you almost had a shot of somebody assassinating you, and then you're putting your shoes on, you say, let me put my shoes on and put your hands up. He says, what would the rest of us do? He's saying this, right? The only time we're tested to find out what we're really all about is in scary times. Let's talk about today. Speed of AI. So many people are afraid of what's going to happen with their jobs with the way AI is growing. AI is, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And Elon Musk is giving a speech in front of his investors and saying, hey, we believe the robot business is going to be XYZ and we're going to be 10% the robot business. We think Tesla's going to build 10 to 20% of all the robots worldwide, and we think the price point for it's going to be around $20,000 to $30,000. And we believe most of you are going to own a robot, and that's going to add another $1 trillion of top line revenue to our company. What's he doing? So you can listen to him and say, Elon, come on, man, what a freaking sale. Get out of here. I'm not going to have a robot in my house. He's either on LSD, he's either a visionary living in a future truth, and you and I get to listen to him and say, I don't believe him, and be one of those 5 camps, right? So in business world today, one of the most valuable currencies in business is fear, and that is very high today. Fear sharpens listening. Fear causes people to want to sit down with you. Fear causes people to make that 1 hour that they typically wouldn't do for you when the economic expansion was at 128 months because they're making a lot of money. Today, people are afraid. If you have a good presentation, good product, you actually have a good reputation, providing results for people, this may be the best time to be in business in the last 40, 50 years. Make one of two choices. Either be the number one person that takes the pressure, like two of you guys, go be the founder, or two, find somebody that's willing to take the pressure, come and bring support, come and bring value, be a leader for them, help them get to the next level, and you'll be somebody.
When you started your insurance company, 15 years ago, right? You told everybody you were going to go build this.
This is during COVID.
Right.
99% of people are afraid to do it
Yeah.
because that's pressure, right? We're going to build the next AI this. We're going to build the next software this. We're going to build the next... What's your name? Andy. What are you guys going to do? We're going to be the top sales trainers in the world. What's your last name, Andy? Elliott. Great. What? And then I skipped, and I just went to... And I watched this video. I'm like, these guys said this 3 years ago.
And it was a part of it you didn't hear because you asked him twice. And he stood up and he said, I'm going to be the biggest automotive sales trainer in the world. And I went... and I pushed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. You're going to be the largest sales training company in general, period. And then he corrected himself. And then that's what he said, everybody meet Andy Elliott. And it was pretty awesome.
I mean, I never had more than $5 in my hand until I was 18.
Yeah.
And then at 18, I made 125 selling cars, 225 at 19, and then 500 at 20. And I was like, this is my way out.
Right.
Like, I'm going to sales and leadership until I die. And then at 39, I'd never gotten on the internet ever in my whole life. She's like, you can be a badass businessman, and I want to be proud of you. You think I want you to be a loser when you come home? I want you to come through the door, and I want to look at you as a winner and be like, oh, my husband's a winner. Then I want you to spend some time with me and the kids. I want you to be present. And you're not present. That's a problem. Plus, because you're not in very good shape. And when we got together, you were in shape. And when you're in shape, all the things in your life, the standards
I knew
are
how
as high.
important.
Like, for example, you start a YouTube channel or a podcast, and they'll say, never read the comments. I'll have my guys, and I'll say, this podcast, I want you to read every comment, because the comments are giving you very good feedback. Sometimes we need to be given that feedback. My experience is people that make it to the top 1% of 1%, they have three things. One, they experience unconditional love from one person in their lives. Typically, as a kid, it's your mom. Later on, when you get married, it could be your wife, husband, somebody like that, right? But one person you need. You don't need 1,000. You just need one to know that this exists. Number two is you need unconditional pain from one person in your life that no matter what you do, you will never get approval from that person. It's pure pain. Like, no matter how much money you make, no matter how many championships you win, no matter whatever you do, it's nothing. It's never enough with this one. But you're never going to win this person over.
Yeah.
And then the last one is choosing your enemies wisely. When you hear people that we read about, or we see in movies, or they run elections and they win, or they become billionaires, or if you go read Elon Musk's book, you will see the unconditional love, his mom. You will see the unconditional pain, his father, and you will see the enemies of people that said, who do you think you are? You think you're going to go to space? You think you're going to do this? All the people that were his heroes were the 60 Minutes interview. He breaks down, he starts crying. I mean, you got the formula right there in front of you with Elon, right? So for some of us, as we choose to do bigger things, you're going to have people that are going to come from your past who you messed up with. Not even the other way around. Sometimes you screwed up, right? And they want to come out and they want to tell everybody that you messed up. You're going to have that. You have to be okay with that. That's part of the territory. With the limelight, with the success, with the money, with the accolades, with the attention, with the fame, whatever it may be, you're going to get all of that stuff. And then that's the next level of graduation in life. How do you handle that? And then most people don't know how to handle that. That's why they go and then they disappear. And then a few people, they go, they can handle this level, they can handle that level, they can even handle this level, but they can't handle this level. Boom, they're gone.
Thank you, man. I want to respect your time. So
Anytime.
we love you. We appreciate it. Yeah, so
Only
somebody
do.
wants to reach out to Patrick, you can go to Minect, download the app. That's awesome. Okay, but hey, I'm grateful for you. Love you, buddy. Guys, have a blessed day. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.